3 weeks. But what I do is I run a home for street level high-risk teens, and we do transition to independence. So that's obviously the perspective I'm coming from. But what I see and what I hear on the news and what I hear back from the community that I'm in touch with is that there's a real lack of acknowledgement of this sort of like transitional demographic of kids that are aging out of government care and a very cushioned, very sort of protected. Not saying that there's not terrible things that are happening there, but there's a lot of fallback space. So turning 19 and we transitioned onto welfare, and a lot of a huge majority of those kids are connected to the downtown east side through family, through culture, through familiarity, and through lack of options, and are heading down here. And it's a real hot button issue that I want to talk about that group, because they, it's like offering services to them is saying that they exist, and we do exist, and they're not necessarily visibly doing themselves a huge amount of harm yet. I mean, I guess I wonder about what there is in that sort of transitional space in between, when you're not necessarily HIV positive, you're not going hungry yet, the kids are experimenting in the sex trade, like they're not deeply enmeshed at that point, but they're down here, they're connected, they're staying, like this is where they're comfortable and home. So I don't know. And also, I guess with statistics and with research, I mean, again, my experience has been that language can be a real barrier in the way that those studies are carried out. Like a lot of the academic language, but comes from a biased assumption that people understand that language, but coming from the assumption that people can read, like coming from a whole bunch of assumptions that are just that. And the last thing that my group and I talked about was, there's, again, in this community, like, things have to happen really quickly if they're going to happen at all. And so if you get somebody in a detox bed and you tell them that it's going to be 48 hours until there's a bed ready in treatment, or if you get them in a treatment bed and then you tell them that there's going to be 72 hours between when that treatment expires and they have somewhere safe to stay and they have to go back in the street or shelter system, like you've lost their windows. And I don't know, obviously, clearly what the answer to that is, but, closing those windows and making those services, like acknowledging that those services, in order to work, have to be accessible immediately, and what can make that possible.
So we just have 2 more tables, and we are slightly over time, so not to rush you, Patrick.
Well, apparently Steve had an emergency call. We just kind of brainstormed, so we just, we're all just jotting down ideas as quickly as we can come up with them. So what is missing? We've already heard the youth housing, mental health housing, specifically, individuals with violent incidents in the past, have a real difficult time finding housing. Aboriginal programming in inner city housing. That's, I think there's, was a population where 5%. There's about 40% across the downtown east side. So I think more access to Aboriginal programming. Access to care programming, like we've already heard. More models like the Rainier Project, as a treatment model, a housing model, for men. Men, youth, it's a very successful model. Also just to, foster a sense of purpose within people, give them a reason to get up for the day. And I heard some earlier about stigma, and it got me thinking, a lot of people have internalized stigma, that they've been force-fed through, obviously very little, and so they kind of bind it themselves, yet they all have incredible stories of survival, that, should be honored. How do we bring out those strengths, when not let them, have that internalized stigma, running such a struggle and fail through their head. And just, in more buildings, foster a sense of community, whatever that looks like, gardening projects, forest projects, rec projects, I think it's really important, not just to provide walls, but to provide, like people, let me see what else. Oh, and I think more experiential research, and what I mean by that is it's, kind of hard to get somebody's story with a 20-minute or a half-hour interview. I think you really have to step into their shoes and walk with them a little bit to really catch the full flavor of what it is that they experience in life. And I use the example about, I can, tell everybody what it's like and draw a picture and say this is a sweat lodge and this is what happens and da-da-da. But until you actually go and experience it, you're not going to get the flavor of it. So I think that's true for research on many levels, that you have to really, immerse yourself